Ever have films that you love but still deem them to be overrated? Well, The Dark Knight is one of those films for me. I find The Dark Knight to be such an overrated film that I went through a number of years resenting this film because it showed up on so many all-time lists and so many decade best lists, so many genre lists of like best of whatever of all time of the decade in this thing's history, that I grew to resent it, I'll admit. And right now on IMDb, 9.1 out of 10, something extremely rare is that. It's number 3 on IMDb. That's my personal favorite movie info website. The fact that The Dark Knight it has such a brutally high rating on that site alone has me thinking, like, really? Maybe I'm just that old of a soul, but I truly have never thought that The Dark Knight belonged that high. You got Fanny and Alexander, you got Rules of the Game, and The Bicycle Thieves, The Wizard of Oz. Some films that truly transcended cinema so extremely. I get that The Dark Knight did too in terms of the superhero genre, but come on, that high? Really? And the other thing that I grew to resent was Heath Ledger's performance. Heath Ledger, I get that he died right before this film got released, got the posthumous Oscar win, but, you know, his performance in this is another one where I thought people went absolute too far for. I get it, film is a very subjective medium, but yeah, I went through a period of resentment and I wanted to essentially just rebel against the masses and to be like, no, hate it. But, you know, I decided to give it a rewatch just to form more of an impartial opinion, something that's more honest. And frankly, yeah, I do think that The Dark Knight is it is a great film, but I may never surrender to The Dark Knight's level of greatness on each of those sites, and the performances by Heath Ledger and the rest of the cast at those heights too. It's a crime film taking place in Gotham City, where the antagonist is none other than the Joker. So what the Joker wants to do is just play Gotham City into chaos as much as he possibly can. He has all these goons helping him do all of it. Batman himself, he's been doing an okay job cleaning up Gotham from criminals and from the mafia. But with the Joker added to the mix, the rivalry between all the mob factions, it gets a little bit out of hand. It's great that Batman is able to fight everyone off and stop crime, but with everything that's happening, he's not really doing a good job in stopping the violence from happening. Who's doing a great job with actually stopping everything is Harvey Dent, Gotham's new district attorney. He's played wonderfully in this one by Aaron Eckhart. And what he is able to do with it is he's using his intelligence, he's using words to lock up all the mobsters and all the bad guys. So, yeah, the fact that this movie deals with use words instead of violence, they really show that in a very wonderful and intelligent way. Bruce Wayne himself knows that Gotham City deserves a hero that shouldn't hide behind a mask. There's a little bit of the citizens of Gotham kind of turning a little bit against Batman. Like, is he just a menace to society or whatever? We get a little bit of that in here, but it's mostly just showing that, okay, yeah, Batman wants to help. He's trying his best to put an end to everything, but The cycle of violence is just not stopping. Batman, he's not making matters better, but he's also not making matters worse either. Things reach a massive breaking point when Harvey becomes Two-Face. And while all the violence and chaos is growing and it's building and everything, it's fascinating to see, but it's also kind of sad because it's pretty realistic seeing society in that state just crumble right before your eyes. That's what Christopher Nolan has done with the Dark Knight trilogy. Is he's made it as realistic and as humane as possible. That's one of the strengths of the film, and frankly, he does a really good job here as well. So the performances in this film by Bale, Ledger, Eckhart, and Gyllenhaal, they all deliver really mighty fine performances. But it was Heath Ledger as the Joker, who's less clownish and more sinister, who has little brief moments of comedic bits. That was, I guess you could say, everyone's biggest standout in the film, but I don't want to take anything away from Christian Bale and Aaron Eckhart either. If Aaron Eckhart was nominated for an Oscar for this, that would have been great. I appreciate what The Dark Knight has going for it. I love how it kind of changed the superhero genre forever, but I still hate how high it's ranked on so many things. I love it, but not as much as most, for good reason. I'll give The Dark Knight from 2008 4 stars out of 4.